up just a few questions, right? If you had to pick between Isono and the Republic, which one would you pick? Your own criteria.
That's hard.
Your own criteria. Whether it's the one you enjoyed more, whether it's the one that paid more, I don't know. But which one would you go with between Isono and the Republic?
I think obviously Isono would win on many accounts. Money-wise, it was longer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the character was a bit more varied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play around with what I'm capable of. Yeah, so I think I would choose it only on that account.
Isono.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to another episode of the Straight Talk podcast. And before we get into the conversation, a little question, before I introduce my guest, I just want to say, Hore, thank you so much for supporting Yahao. Because of you, we are able to grow in leaps and bounds. There's an achievement I celebrate, and it's all because of Sapoto Yahao. So continue to watch the episodes. We promise to give you great content. We promise to never let you down. And try by all means to bring the guests. So comment if you would like to see anybody, any of your favorites, Mother Straight Talk podcast, we'll make sure we reach out. Don't forget to also subscribe. Marabona, into the business of the day. Today we have a very special guest. I've been trying to get her for months. I'm a huge fan. My whole family supporta Mpule, Matlhola, join her today. She's an actress, singer, dancer, many other talents, but we'll find out today. Mpule, welcome to the Straight Talk podcast.
Hi, Magriza.
How are
I
you?
don't know what to call you though.
No, Magriza is cool. I mean, you've been calling me that. Mahlatsi is also cool.
Magriza is more of the radio guy.
Yeah, the radio guy. But anyone you feel comfortable with, I'm rolling.
I like your government name.
It's fine. You can call me Mahlatsi, I guess. But welcome to the podcast. How are you feeling? How's 2022 treating you so far?
I'm great. I think probably I find these so nerve-wracking sometimes, but 2022's got me pushing good and pushing hard, I think,
sure.
I liked how 2021 ended, so it's got me a bit more...
What happened with the way 2021 ended?
I can't tell you yet, because it's going to come out, you know what I'm saying? But I really liked some of the projects I got to do, and some of the decisions I got to make. So it really has me on a encouraged mode about what could happen.
For sure.
Yeah.
Any New Year resolutions? Is there anything new that you're hoping to achieve?
Even exist?
They do. I mean, until March. I'm going to see gymming for the first 2 months, and then all of a sudden, six-pack this year.
Definitely not the gym, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I really think... it's about creating the world Batan for myself, because now I've sussed out the industry and how people kind of operate. So I think being able to make my own goals and make myself happy, I think there's a lot more decisions I will make that would make me happy. As much as I think what we do is so public, and it always seems okay, your dreams are in people's hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're not. You're the one who makes yourself happy.
For sure. It all starts within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get it.
Yeah.
That's it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So I got to know you through this character that you played. I think her name Gidi Neo.
Yes.
For sure. The Republic season 1, when it came out, it was very hard, right? And then I was just saying before we started shooting, Hore, you look different compared to...
You said I look ugly. On the story.
On the story you do, because even when I met you for the first time, I was shocked. I couldn't go. When you walked in, I was like, sure, 100% sure. Because I mean, you were wearing a lot of beanies. I think you even had short hair.
I was.
If I'm not mistaken.
The irony is, I really enjoy looking ugly sometimes. I think you explore different sides of yourself, how you get to be a more masculine version of yourself sometimes, or a more feminine version of yourself sometimes. It's part of the art, and I liked Hore. Like I was telling you, I was given the creative freedom to decide. Hore, for me, Didi's a bit more tomboyish.
Yeah. She's hardcore.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Are you like that in real life in any way? Do you have that spirit that she has, where if something is not, going how you intended it to go, now are you just a softie in real life?
Hey, that's a hard one for me. I don't know. Okay, wait.
For real? But you sound soft, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm soft, but I just love to love myself. So I think I understand that I have certain responsibilities towards myself as a person, and that's how I stay healthy, so to speak. And because of that, I make decisions according to that. I don't know, I will make this choice or fight for this or whatever based on that. Not necessarily that I look at things as in they're coming at me or they're attacking me or whatever it is, you know? Yeah.
For
I
sure.
think it's perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah, perspective is everything.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah.
But before we get into how you managed to land the role, before we get into your acting career, I just want to take it back a little bit, because acting is actually something you went to school for.
Yeah, literally. Even high school.
Yeah.
I did drama in grade 9. I started drama go pro arte, and I knew then. I remember I was on the stage. I knew then that I was going to be more of a TV or a film actress.
Sure.
Like I knew from the jump. I have a friend of mine who was my classmate, Standile Nkosi, and I knew that the two of us would be on TV. I just knew it.
She's also on TV.
She's also on TV.
What character is she playing now?
She is. I think she's gonna be in something that's gonna come out now. No, it's a film with Mantai. What's his name? The
I don't
guy.
know which character, which film.
I don't
or
yet
series
know the
that
name. Yes,
Yeah.
it's going to release, but they just said it's due to release.
All right,
That's all
all
I
right.
know. But I think she's been teaspoon on Bulaval.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
teaspoon.
yeah. She's been teaspoon on
Oh,
Bulaval.
yeah,
So
sure.
yeah, we grew up together, so to speak, because of going to high school and having the same drama class. So
Yeah. So has your family always been supportive of Ditoro Tsahao? Because when we are black, they expect you to maybe doctor or just take the traditional 9 to 5 route,
ironically, they really are. It was
Yeah.
my dad who took me to art school.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
So he's the one who held your hand and said, you
Yeah,
know what,
he
Nana?
grabbed me and said, "Hey,
Let's go."
Razamaya Rira audition." And I remember I used to audition for them, give a speech or whatever, and they were sitting so
At home,
When
yeah.
they were my first crowd ever.
Yeah.
So my father, my mother, my sister, all of them actually really have led up to this moment.
Yeah.
I think they've always wanted me to have a backup as well, to be honest, but they knew that I would always do something creative. So even if it's a backup, it's going to be something that's creative, like I'm teaching what I do, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. It's still within the creative space. Yeah, but you also speak a lot about your dad. You know what
I
I
love
mean?
my father.
On social media,
Daddy love.
even when we see you like in real life, it's always, my father would have said this. You know what I mean? Are you a daddy's girl?
I'm convinced he's my soulmate. honestly.
So
I think
you're a
even
certified daddy's girl now?
daddy's girl for days. I think maybe all of us obviously in the house, deem ourselves daddy's girls. I think growing up, he was always somebody who always paired himself with me. You know what I mean? His birthday is like 5 days before mine, And so he would always have this, kiri, na, buddy, ba me, or this. So
For sure.
we always had a team spirit together about things. So it always seemed like he understood me even before I knew it. Yeah.
For sure. That's really nice, for a girl to have a father around.
Daddies are a big deal.
Yeah.
They're a
for
big
sure.
deal.
For sure.
They really are.
But I've heard about daddy's girls. Yeah.
What?
Not so
What?
Not so nice things about daddy's girls. 'Cause let me tell you something, right? And good about it, sometimes your relationship with your parents determines how you are as a romantic.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? As a romantic
yeah.
partner and all of that. So apparently the daddy's girls, they like to move around a lot, if you know what I
Are
mean.
you serious?
For real, because you have your father. So for you, it's just like, you don't really need a male figure. You know what I mean? So
You might
I'll
have a
go
point.
there, I'll go there.
You might have a point. I don't necessarily think I move around because of it, but I think I realized I probably have a struggle with fully relying on a man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like just saying, get enough forever and ever. Because I just always felt like, why should I need you too much? I have my dad.
That's the thing.
I do that a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Now,
Do you look for your dad in your boyfriends?
I don't think I consciously do, but I find him quite
Somewhere,
often.
somewhere.
Yeah,
somewhere,
often
somehow.
I do.
For sure. That's really cool, man. I really, really wish for fathers out there to start taking care of their kids. Because now you're like, it's a nice thing to know your parent has your back. No matter what happens in life, you can pick up that phone
and that
be
they
able to
accept
call.
who you are.
Yeah.
I think that's very important, you know.
For sure. So now you get through school, acting, you know what I mean? What graduate? Did you actually you graduated, right? Yeah, for sure. And then now you're done with school.
Yeah.
Now you want to get into acting fully. And I know it's not the easiest industry to break into.
No,
you can wait for years before that big break finally comes. Take us through like the years before you got to the Republic, Momozanzi Magic. What was that like?
The irony is, the years before I was studying something else.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What were you studying?
So I studied German linguistics, international studies, international justice. It's basically like international politics, I think. Go UP.
Okay.
And it gave me just a chance to travel also and do a lot of UN related type of research. You know what I mean? Because I love UN work and I love some of the teachings
you can
that
save
are
the
there.
world. Really, you can save the world.
Are you kidding? It's probably why I have a huge obsession with Nomza Mombata, because she's so connected to that as well. But I would love to do work that's driven along that mission as well. Maybe for women, maybe for children in Africa particularly. Like I have a very strong passion for fighting human trafficking, and I want to know how we can do that internationally. You know what I mean? I do love what I do and the gift I have, but I think the influence still needs to be used. Influence is like money, you know what I'm saying?
It can't just stay stagnant.
Yeah,
and
it can't all be about me. Eventually it will corrupt me if I'm just famous for the sake of being famous. I would eventually want to use that influence to do something else. So I think once I get to that goal, I'd want to do that, advance into that. So
For
that's
sure.
what I did in the years before. Back to the topic. So I studied that, and I got a chance to even travel, and I studied in Germany for a bit as well. So
how long did you stay in Germany?
Just 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Crazy. It was hard sometimes. Guys, being a foreigner is not easy, eh? Anywhere in the world.
Xenophobia that side.
It's everywhere because you know what I'm saying? I think it was fun because it gave me a certain sense of independence and a certain sense of self that is different from how maybe it's projected in South Africa. So I was able to get influences that are different, you know. But there were moments that were really uncomfortable.
I feel you. I can imagine.
I was black for the
Plus
first
you're
time.
Black,
I was like, I'm black. I feel like in South Africa, I don't feel that I'm black. You know what I mean? Even if there's like white people, but I didn't feel it.
You,
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. But it must have been a nice experience to just go to a different country, breathe different air. You know what I mean?
Breathe different air.
Yeah, for sure. And then the Republic comes along, right?
Yes.
That's the major one.
Yeah.
Because it's on national TV, one of the biggest channels in South Africa. Millions of viewers, right?
Absolutely.
How did that come about? Was it an audition?
It was.
Somebody called and said, yo, we need you.
I think, okay, maybe I want to clarify something. I feel like a lot of times people assume that those opportunities come like that a lot. But in most cases, there is that genuine route, like you doing it in any other field of work. You went to school, then you went for an interview. Obviously with us it's different. You will get an interview with an agency, and then that agent will get you a brief with Cheza, for example, and then you do your audition for Cheza, and those are all interviews in some form, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so especially for us who don't know anyone who knows anyone, you got through that usual route of industry build up, of becoming a junior all the way up there, going all the way up there. So I think originally I didn't even know it was a Cheza audition.
Oh yeah? You found out when you got there?
Yeah, my agent didn't tell me.
Yeah.
She just said, no, there's a new series coming up and they're looking for mina na kwale ki number 1 ibile for the day ki 9 o'clock or hekir pampiri it Cheza pictures. Mala for same time, but I had to go in. I was the first, literally.
For sure. Yeah, and you played Dineo.
Yeah.
And you were Warren Masemola's daughter.
Yeah.
What was that like working with him? I mean, he's a legend.
He's fun.
Yeah.
He's very fun. He's like a whirlwind. He's huge. Like, he's creative. I think there was a day I think he was busy playing Str8. There was something going on when we were shooting co-location.
Yeah.
And he was buying an IC or something like that. Mind you, 2 minutes later, he had a crying scene. Jiki jiki ha jiga ka mola tsena. He's crying like nothing happened. Really? Mind you, he was playing like a clown in the streets. I was just so mind blown by that. I really was. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think that amount of believing in yourself, that means if you've trained yourself and there's so much technical ability in you, you know, why easy how to focus and get yourself there.
Yeah. For
so
sure.
yeah, that was goals for me.
For sure. That must have been really dope, man. But also take us through your first big break. Look, you're not at the Republic, right? So you're seeing all these things. Obviously, you had prior experience with some movies here and there.
Yeah.
Theater,
Yeah.
But what was it like to finally be in a space where you knew that, you know what, this is going to play a prime time, and this is going to become a huge thing?
It was scary.
Yeah.
I almost didn't even want to watch the first episode, except for the fact that my family had hosted a viewing party. But I was probably not going to watch it. And in most cases, I still kind of don't.
Yeah.
Like, if a show is premiering and I'm in it and it's kind of like a huge role, I kind of wait, you know, for the hype to go down. Because then I get very nervous, you know, because you're thinking at the same time, everybody's watching me all at the same time. What's Twitter going? Like, you know what I mean? What's happening?
Sure.
But, so I try to avoid it for a while, and then I catch up maybe a week or so later when I can calm myself down. Yeah, and I try to get people like my boyfriend or other people not to tell me about it. Because they'll give you those reviews. Like, you know how black people are sometimes about these things.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mara, that also opened up doors for other things.
Absolutely.
You were able to also secure another role, a huge role on Isono.
I don't know, like, I was. I don't know about how it is that it secured the other one. Because, you know what I mean? Each job, you audition for it independently. Yeah. Although I do think the CV speaks for you.
So you still went for auditions, go Isono?
Yeah, you go for auditions every time.
You're already there, you know what I mean?
You can be the biggest person, you will still go for audition.
That's crazy.
Unless obviously, it's been years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm still at that part. Where I audition, to be honest, no fronting.
Yeah, you have to come up in the industry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and I want it to be proper come up. I want it to be genuine. I don't want to pretend. I don't have the time for that.
Yeah. So speaking of proper come ups, right? In this industry that you're in, a lot of times we hear stories about how people slept their way to the top.
Eish.
Directors sleeping with girls, and you see how pretty you are. I can imagine sometimes. Have you ever been in a situation where someone was like, you know what? I could actually give you a job, but you're just gonna have to do this for me, a sexual favor of some sort?
No, honestly not.
It has never happened?
Yeah, because I took the route through the agents.
Yeah.
So agencies give you a fair chance, and Hanti, when they get chosen and their people are desired at an interview and an audition or whatever, is because they trust that agency as well. So it's about choosing the right agent. That's important. Because if your agency is respected and they have great legends there as well, usually directors and that board will trust the person coming in. They'll just be like, obviously, but
that means
yeah. So already there's a level of trust that's already established there.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people maybe overlook that. So I think the cases where people sleep their way to the top happen, especially where things happen backdoor vibes. And to be honest, I have very rare experiences of ever having gone through because somebody knows me.
Yeah. For sure.
It was a genuine audition.
A secret connection, anything like that.
Unless somebody saw me and we worked on a previous project, then they were like, okay, can we get you for the next project?
Yeah,
yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
But Lisedi is the character you're playing on Isono, right?
Isono, yeah.
She's so much different compared to the Neo
She
What for
is.
the Republic?
I
She's
like
more
that.
of a lady.
She's such a lady,
She
and
sings.
I didn't even expect to expose that part of myself, honestly. Yeah, because I was really willing to go fully into acting and kind of not into music necessarily.
For sure.
But I am trained to act and sing at the same time in the theater space.
Yeah.
Which is known as musical theater,
Which is a good thing to have in the bag.
I think so, and I think it distinguishes me and my work, you know what I mean? And I pray so much that it will have its own defined route, like your Cynthia Erivo type of vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gautar. For sure, man. I can't wait to see growth here within the industry. I feel like you have a lot of potential, honestly
I
speaking.
think so.
Yeah, for real. But
Shemishaya said that.
but also with the character, let's say Dion Isono, because she's more of a girl, name.
Yeah.
She's more of a lady. You know what, Jola? Because I wasn't really into
She wasn't
Jolo.
there, man.
So this time around, you actually playing a character that engages with male and then
Yeah,
Jola and all of
yeah.
that. Now my question is, because from the outside looking in, and I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of people, maybe right? We're afraid to date but about actor because we should keep going. I switch them. Sawal, it's fine. You can switch, my G. Yeah, Idan Toha, Sawal. I will continue from where we at.
Where we at?
Yeah. Nah, don't worry, my G. At least you're saying it now before it's too far, but it's fine. Don't worry.
Oh, we don't have the sound.
Bintan.
Not a McG.
Sure.
Yeah. I know, I know Garangila Kamala before.
Really?
Yeah.
He's famous.
You're famous. Wait, I feel like I've seen you before.
You're joking? Get battery. Battery. Enough flow.
No, Sarah,
For
to
now.
act.
Sharp. Eu how it's enter cloku ye mamas. Kera sharp. Rekanara well. Otlampos. Yeah, ra kope.
Parle with the mic. What's okay? So, Clevo presenta Zozo Cafe as sponsors out.
Pretty much. Because we
Pretty
do a lot of our
much.
episodes here. Yeah,
Ne?
for sure.
I've seen.
That's the aim. To also help. Sharp. Yeah. So as I was saying, we are afraid to date the actor and actresses. Reason being, it's fine, you can come. Anam Tatlokoba, really boss.
Thank you.
So the reason why we're afraid to date actors and actresses is because of the scene. Like, there are those scenes where you kiss, and they look real. Like, how now this kiss doesn't seem like we are acting anymore. You know what I mean? So tell me about these scenes where you have to get intimate with someone. What's the process like? How do you manage to keep your composure and not get carried away within the moment?
It was interesting. We were having this conversation in the green room, like as Isono young characters together. And for me, I've never had the experience where I feel like I fall in love with somebody I'm kissing in a scene or I'm romantic with in a scene. You know what I'm saying? Love is a choice to me every time. It's a decision, a conscious decision every time. But I can't overthink it. I allow it to be the life of my character, and I want the truth from it every time.
For sure.
Yeah, so just as I would enjoy a conversation, I would enjoy a kiss. I think it all goes with perspective. But like I said, Haratwani, and I think some actors, especially male actors, have confessed to struggling to not either catch feelings or not have sexual ideas about it, which then becomes tricky.
It becomes tricky, for sure. Because I can imagine as the bay and you're just looking at the television and you can see her kamiti motwang.
Yeah.
That means she's really within the kiss. So I would be very worried.
Yeah, honestly, I've not been taken away before. I haven't been overwhelmed before.
Yeah.
In a scene like that. So Agit, to be honest,
Hey,
I've
let's see as time goes.
not.
If you ever get put in a situation like that.
And I think I'm not easily tempted in general. Like I said, I think for me, what's physical as a woman, maybe other women have different views. What's physical for me is usually emotional at the same time.
For sure.
Yeah, so usually I have feelings for you if I'm physical with you, you know what I mean? And it means something to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but obviously if it's a show and I know that it's just a character and I'm just kissing you, I didn't get time to catch feelings for you. I don't even know who you are most times, so I'm not even like...
It's just work.
Yeah, it just feels like work. I just
Yeah.
did my job. I don't know how many guys I've just said, "Rechaisite." Don't give me that look. Rechaisite.
Oh, so it's happened.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it happens.
gents
Like I said,
on
male
set.
actors, yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Ejobanong."
No, Rechaisite.
Yeah.
It's a very cut.
So would you date somebody in the same industry as you? Would you?
Absolutely. I don't think an actor, but I would date someone in the industry. Just not
Yeah.
an actor.
Why not an actor? You're an actress yourself, so
Yeah, so exactly.
Lorna, you don't want the scenes
No.
where your man
It's
is
not a-
kissing
It's not
somebody
about
else.
the scenes. I've been around male actors long enough to know hore, it's not always stable. And I don't just mean financially now. Like it's not only stable emotionally as a field of work. So you need somebody who will be able to balance you somehow, because maybe they have a more stable way of going about the industry. You know what I mean?
Oh, I feel you.
Yeah. It can be hectic. Like I said, I was telling you before this, I don't, and not to offend anyone, I have not met many happy artists in general. Like, yeah.
For sure.
I feel like they just have too much to deal with, and because Arkhuli, Khotswana in the same type of places, people don't have the emotional intelligence. Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I get that 100%.
That gives you something stable, and
Yeah.
I need something stable.
For sure.
Yeah.
I get you 100%. So, because of career, how you've also had to move.
Yeah.
Ngwanyana mo Pitori. Hey,
Ngwana
kwamo.
Pitori.
No other city has the right to claim
Ke
her.
ngwana Pitori
Okay.
for 20, how many years?
Yeah, 20 something years.
20x.
Yeah. But you also had to go to Joburg for work reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
between Jozi Pitori, how do you see the two places? When I as Mpule.
You know, I was so attracted to Josie, I won't lie. Like the people, like I found them very hip, very cool. Like I can see why. I just thought, hey, but mama hot, wait. I remember because I'm not gonna kill anymore, and it was just a random day, and I was just thinking, why do people in Josie just have this swag?
Yeah, they have this thing.
They have this thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I like that, but I think Pitori always gets me a bit more creative, you know. In Jersey, you feel like chaotic. You feel like liberated all the time. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of that.
Yeah.
I think I'm always at my creative peak, mo Pitori, my creative freedom.
For sure. You're
Yeah.
able to shine in Pitori.
Yeah, I'm able to remember myself.
Yeah.
Gore ke mang, ke tswa kae, and ke batho e etsang ka yona already.
For sure. But all these stories that we hear about Joburg, right? For batho ba e leng hore na re phele da, I only go to Joburg probably like once a year or something. Ka lebaka le hona.
Yeah.
We always hear about drugs and, you know, all these things that happen go Joburg. Is it really true or are people over exaggerating?
It's real.
Yeah.
Oh, it's real.
So you've
yeah.
seen drugs with your own eyes, Mpule.
Oh, but I'm no, but honestly, no, not personally, but
Yeah.
I've encountered being around artists.
Obviously,
yeah, Baba
you see
Yang.
it, yeah.
I've encountered her. They're closer than you think.
Damn.
Yeah, they're really closer than you think.
Are we talking hardcore drugs like coke, or is
I've
it
known
just
those who take coke.
damn?
But obviously, it says a lot about who's kind of around you.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
it's kind of few and far people in between, and I was not really into too much of the nightlife. I won't lie. So, but I do know those streets are very real.
Very
Shem.
dangerous. Ne, how something
They're very
easy you'll
real.
get lost in between, right?
Yo, they're so real, and
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure, man. So, Luena, hello, you planning on going to Joburg for your career or whatever? Please make sure like before you go there. No, like for real, you have to pray and just stand your ground, hey. It's tough. It's
They
very
are,
tough.
but also there's just bigger drugs than coke. Trust me.
Bigger.
I feel like fame is a bigger
Like,
drug
Oh damn,
than
yeah,
coke.
for
It's
sure.
the biggest drug circulating in Jersey. That's the real
I'm getting
drug.
Joburg, everybody's a celebrity.
Oh, yo. Like, they're too ready to be celebrities. And I think that already probably is what makes the coke even more popular.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of matches that type of energy, perhaps.
Yeah.
But there's just too much of it. It makes people ingenuine. It makes people go through a lot of deceptive experiences where they get betrayed a lot, you know. Yeah.
A lot of fake love also.
A lot of fake love, you know. A lot of it's real. It can be
Joburg
real.
is Joburg, yeah. Nah, I feel you on that. So, looking ahead ka career how hona banong, what more can we expect from you? I mean, obviously, kai the non-disclosure agreement, so you can't really tell us if there's a series or a movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
But in terms of medical, we as the fans, what can we expect from Mpule in 2022?
A lot of growth, a lot of strong leads that are going to give me powerful messages to tell. Because I'm very emotional about what I do, in the sense, I know what TV did to me, you know what I'm saying? So before usually I take on roles, I will fast or pray because I want to touch someone. You know what I mean? And I want, even if they'll never be able to tell me, even if it's just one person, and even if it's not about, so many people will be talking about the role. I want that one person that I had to go all the way to TV for to be touched.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And mostly because we play such young roles, being young, I want young people's lives to be changed, the way they think to be changed, the way they see themselves to be changed, and the way they see themselves as Banabako Pitori, or the way they see themselves as Banyana, or the way they see themselves as black women. I want to be able to gift that to someone, even if it's in a secret place of their mind, of their heart. You know what I mean? I think that's the passion of my career. So I care a lot about the stories, the type of storylines I'm in, and the type of stories I get to tell. So the messages of my character, and I really, really look forward to strong messages in my characters this year.
Yeah.
I do.
This is how I know you're going to last in this industry.
I'm going very far.
Yeah, really far. I know, Tlapi, like, you're not in a rush.
That kind of came to me, hey? But I'm going
For sure. So in the streets, like, which character do people most recognize? Mostly.
I get a lot of Mpule, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And which is the film we did, like, 2018, and a lot of Lesedi. Yeah,
sure.
a lot of Lesedi.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Lesedi is the one, Isono.
Yeah, Isono.
Yeah. And it's still ongoing.
No, the season ended in December.
Okay.
Yeah. I think there's a possible repetition that could happen this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll find out.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then money-wise, is acting taking care of you?
Do you know what, Ne? I thought at first it wouldn't, but it showed me that it could.
Yeah.
It just needs a proper strategy from me to be able to know how to stretch the money and take it far. So I think it can feed you, but not always in a justifiable way for every season of your life. Like, for example, if I have to have kids tomorrow, I don't think it would be enough.
Yeah, I feel
if
you.
I was honest.
Yeah. Do you expect any music from Wena since you be singing more Isono?
Personally, you mean?
Yeah, like your music, not character
Like-
music, like music. How as Mpule, should we expect you to come out as a musical artist?
I'm still contemplating. I go for.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering, but I have offers. I have a project I'm working on with DJ Str8. I don't know if you know him.
DJ Small T.
Yeah, Lena
I'm gonna check him out. Yeah.
coming up as well. As well as a guy I met last year through NAC. So
Sure.
I'd be glad to kind of clean them and be happy about them. Mara Kimoto, especially when it comes to music, I'm very strict.
Yeah.
So I'd want something that I know Iblela Neti about me musically. You
For
know
sure,
what I mean?
for
So
sure.
for now, I'm exploring. Yes, true. And I'm recording. Yes, true. But am I releasing it? Not as yet. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm teaching myself stuff.
For sure. Now we'll wait and see how we hala enye.
Please do.
But then, like, I'm on Netflix sometime. You've been on TV, so
Oh yes, you will.
yeah.
Yeah. Even beyond that.
How soon can we expect to see you on Netflix?
I see what you're doing.
I'm not saying give it away, but how soon can we expect to see you on Netflix?
Definitely before June.
Wow, I'm
Definitely
excited.
before June.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
And you're the
by
lead.
God's grace. Not in this one.
Not this particular one.
Yeah, not this particular one that
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Okay.
But yeah.
No, I can't wait to
it's
see
a
it.
debut, Leon.
For sure. I can't wait to see it. So before we wrap the interview up, because I can see Bongza is also looking at his time like, hey, Buffett.
Going.
Yeah, for sure. Before we wrap the interview up, just a few questions, right? If you had to pick between Isono and the Republic, which one would you pick? Your own criteria.
That's hard.
Your own criteria. Whether it's the one you enjoyed more, whether it's the one that paid more, I don't know. But which one would you go with between Isono and the Republic?
I think obviously Isono would win on many accounts. Money-wise, it was longer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the character was a bit more varied.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to play around with what I'm capable of. Yeah, so I think I would choose it only on that account.
Isono.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which person was the best to work with on set?
On set, I think Mpule for me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
He was a lot of fun.
Was it the chemistry?
Yeah, he's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's humble.
All right. The
very-
worst?
What Ntuba wena? Ntuba kakarese.
No, man, it's nothing personal. I mean, I have people who I've worked with in radio that I don't like.
Ah, but you're not name dropping.
I could. You didn't ask me.
Let me ask you.
No, but for real though, like maybe it could be just the thing, Yahore, ki diva, you know what I mean? Maybe they've been in the industry for quite a while and they just feel like, okay, wanna fitla, man. So
To be honest with you, I kind of even have to think.
oh yeah?
And I think the fact that I have to think kind of tells you that the people were relatively professional.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think,
Or not even worst. I think worst was the wrong word. Difficult to work with. Let's rather put it that way. There's someone you just don't want to say. Give us a name. Give us a name, Mpule. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. But thank you so much for pulling up today.
Thank you so much.
It's been a wonderful conversation. There was a lot of things that we learned about you. I'm pretty sure Lefenia is excited. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to do in 2022. I feel like a lot of people won't see you coming.
Thank you.
That's the thing about it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying how to approach your industry in a proper way. And just growing your brand bit by bit, step by step. You're not in a rush. That's how you're gonna last long. Because how speedy ish
Yeah, there's a lot
quick
to
in and
learn.
out.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. But any last words to the young girl who's watching right now, who's just like Mpule, maybe had problems with self-confidence at some point? You know, being a black girl, especially being dark-skinned,
Yes,
it's kind of hard because one of my yellow bone and you get dissed all the time. What would you say to the young girl?
It's so important what you're saying, because I was talking to somebody recently and he works behind the scenes. So, and he's telling me, he's like, I probably shot like 4 or 5 or whatever, amounts of productions. And I've not seen many dark-skinned leads.
Wow.
So, and I was
Damn,
like, that's so sad.
It's a lot of times
so sad.
the leads are hardly ever dark skin, eh?
I think shout out to Nambita Benmazi for representing us.
Yeah.
She's done that in, is it Happily Ever After? The new one on Netflix, the film.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see us more there. But it's fine anyway. Lefatshe la re kgala as dark-skinned women, I think, even if we don't get it, the roles locally, I think the likes of Tuso have proved that the desire is there even internationally.
Even Lapita, what's her name?
Lupita, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. They have proved there's a desire for us internationally, your violas as well. So I think, but that the changes will come with time, because the industry is constantly developing. writers are developing, creative directors are developing. We kind of want to represent a more holistic idea of black people and actually bring true representation of Rena as Batoban. So Ratitaba anymore, because Ratitaba in so many ways and Radaka through all of those things, you know. And obviously it's a responsibility on our side for the likes of us. It's a calling for the likes of us to be able to break certain barriers, you know, and bring that type of reality to people. So yeah, sure. I think I'm excited for that type of challenge, and the fact that that young black girl from South Africa who's dark skinned or whatever they have in common with me needs that. You know what I mean? I would say don't change yourself. And it's a very difficult one, and I'm telling you for real, as a girl who's contemplated things like the cosmetic surgery, wara.
Wow, you thought of that?
I have contemplated
bleacher.
Not really bleaching, but I'm not surprised that people who bleached have bleached, because the industry can be so hectic. I think there are certain things I have changed, but they're probably not drastic, so you can't tell. And I would consider changing some things as well. Not my booty or anything, but
no
but
implants.
there are things you see. I say don't change, because like I was saying to Mahlatsi just now before we started, your destiny is gonna be kind of shocked if you wanna edit yourself all the time. If you are that squeaky voiced girl or guy, or you are that buff one or the skinny one or the one or the mama gwe or whatever it is, you need to be the first to represent those people. You know what I mean? You need to be the first of your kind. You need to be able to prove destiny right and come to your own destiny and own it. Ube unique, ube your own special place. And God is capable of giving you that. So believe it. Really believe it. Yeah, choose what you believe.
For sure. She was saying, like, ska confuse destiny when you start trying to change things.
No, it's just like, you know, you were going to make it anyway, even with your squeaky voice. They were going to love you. You know, you just didn't know it.
Yeah, just be you.
Just be you.
Yeah, for sure. Just be you. Mpule Matlhola, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for conversation. It's a huge honor to do it. I know years later we're going to look back at it.
Amen.
And I'm going to be very proud. Hey guys, you see that girl? Go America in a huge movie. Yeah, she was on the Straight Talk podcast. So thank you so much. Much appreciated.
You,
social media platforms at
the Mpule Matlhola. That's on IG. I'm not on anything else. I'm not a social media type of girl, honestly.
Yeah.
I try Facebook, but
it didn't work out.
On and off. I'm not on Twitter. I don't do that nonsense.
You don't do TikTok challenges and dances?
No.
So your boyfriend didn't do the Umlando challenge that was going on?
I hope not.
But girls like it because of the way the niggas move their waist and shit.
Oh, he's a little too old for that. He probably shouldn't be.
For sure. But hey, man, thank you so much, Mpule Matlhola. Be on the lookout for everything Elungorwai Pusha for this year. She's going to have a big 2022. I can feel it. And beyond that, she's going to have a huge career. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to comment. Let us know what you think about the podcast. Let us know. We'll do the best. Let us know follow on social media. The Facebook page is Straight Talk. On Instagram at Straight Talk _podcast. Oganawa subscribe. Loads of exciting things coming up. So make sure you follow. The Straight is with an 8. Magriza, also known as the voice of the youth. Maraga cheka idea. Matlhola. Happen next time. Much love.
Bye.